This video has photos that capture and tell the story of the Gusen labor camp liberation ceremony, but it was the liberators, survivors, and children of the survivors who have passed away that tell their own stories and move you emotionally. Instead of narrating this video like I would normally do, I've decided to incorporate sound bites that I recorded during the ceremony. You'll hear segments of their own stories, like the resistance fighter, a World War II vet's first impressions of walking into a labor camp, a special presentation by a young girl, and an Israeli survivor's son speaks out to his father.
As an organized member of Slovenian resistance, I was arrested and subsequently sent to the Nazi camp of Dachau in February 1944. For a young man, it was that time something over 16 years old. It was a sudden and bitter experience to be converted from a well-educated civilian to an object without rights, wearing a tag, the prisoner number.
The horror of war on the battlefield simply cannot be compared to the horror the battle-seasoned veterans of the division discovered in the camps here at this spot. Walking skeletons, skin and bones covered in rags, and barely able to show emotion.
After an endless ride, the train stopped and we were driven out by angry voices. There was heavy smoke in the air. There was a man in a uniform. His thumb turned left for my father and all the other men to go in that direction, and right for the women and children. We were told about the shower. I never came back. I disappeared without a trace. Will anybody ever remember?
My dear father, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what you were going through. You never told us. You spared us the horrors. You wanted us to grow up to be mentally healthy adults, strong Israelis. But we missed out on the chance to really get to know you, to learn what you went through, and come accept you as you were. I missed out on you and can only hope that we, your children, Esti, Gidon, Ronel, today, and Amnon, who stayed at home writing songs for you, will be wise enough to create a legacy that respects the past and our history, but with hope for a full and healthy life and personal fulfillment in the present and in the future. Thank you.
As you can see and hear, it was a very touching and emotional journey listening to each speaker share their story. If you were to research any information on the Gusen labor camp, you would understand where the depths of the pain they suffer originates from. No human should have to endure what the prisoners of the Gusen Mauthausen camps endured. To have their youth taken away and families used as slave labor and eventually killed for the Nazi war effort is a tragic mark on our history. Rightfully, the survivors were a somber group during the ceremony. It wasn't until they interacted with the visiting U.S. military members from the U.S. Embassy in Vienna that you saw them break out into genuine smiles. For a moment, it was like watching a part of the liberation history from 65 years ago come to life again.